Hi everyone and welcome to week 2. I hope you enjoyed the first week of this course. As you get started with week 2, I wanted to talk to you about a few things. Site structure, or directory setup for your website, absolute versus relative links, and linking to images. So I set up a sample site here called R&R Woodcrafters, and I wanted to show you a possible setup that we could have for this site. We could have different sections, different directories for the main sections or the top level sections of the website. So I've created an About Us folder, Contact Us folder, a Products folder. Many web designers have one images folder for all of their images throughout the site. This can make it easier for them to locate images, to link to images, and to update them if needed. But this is just one way of setting up a site. You really want to set up a site in a way that makes it easy for you to locate pages, create your links, create updates. It's really just how things work for you. And the textbook goes through different setups that are used by different designers. So I encourage you to take a look at that and think about how you want to set up your site as you get ready to start building your site for this course. So an absolute link is really the entire path to a particular page or a particular resource, such as an image. You can see here that I have an absolute link. This is the entire path to a page called homepage.html, and you can see that this is the name of the file. This is the directory where the file is placed. And so this is just an example of what an absolute link may look like. A relative link, on the other hand, is a link to a page or a resource relative to the page you are linking from. So in this case, if I had a page called homepage.html and I wanted to create a link to a page called another page.html that's in the same directory, I don't have to specify any path. I can just put the page name in my link, my HTTP link. So that, and this is the same way that it will be for images as well. Now I want to talk a little bit about linking to images. I've created another site in my folder called Wild Animals. And so this is just a tiny site that I made to show this linking to images. In that site, I have a folder called Cats, a folder called Wolves, a home page, and then in this top level directory, I have an image called Squirrel and an image called Wild Animals image. In the Cats folder, I just have two images to cats, a black panther and a tiger. And then in the Wolves directory, I just have one image called Wolf. So I'm going to use this structure to talk a little bit about linking to images. So if you have your HTML file and you want to link to an image that is in the same directory as the file, all you have to do is put the file name in the quotes in your image tag. If you are linking to an image in a subdirectory from where your file is located, you'll have to list the name of the directory, in this case images, and then the name of the image. If you're linking to an image that is in a directory above where your HTML file is stored, then you have to use 2 dots, a /, and then you'll name the directory and the image name. So I've created this page, and you just saw it. It's called homepage.html. And on that page, I'm going to have some images, some links to images. So I wanted to show this. Now, the first image I'm going to have on this main page is the wild animals image. And you remember that's in the same folder as my homepage.html. So all I have to do is put the name of the image. I don't need to specify any path for that one. For the second one, I'm going to create a link to an image in a subdirectory, and I'm going to be linking to wolf.jpg, and it's in the wolves folder. So let's take a look at that. So this is the page I'm editing, but I want to create a link to the wolf.jpg JPEG image in the wolves folder. So that is a subdirectory. And so I specify the name of the subdirectory and the name of the image for that one. Now, the next link, the third link, is going to be a link to an image in the directory above the HTML file. And I'm going to be linking to an image called dog.jpg, and it's in a folder called domestic animals. I'm going to show this to you. So here's where I am, still at this page. But the image I'm going to link to is in a directory above that where that page is located. So here's the folder, domestic animals. And so I'm going to go in here again, though, back into my wild animals. I'm linking to, let me look at that again. I'm going to link to this folder, this image, dog.jpg, in my domestic animals folder. And so the link is created, sorry about that. The link is created by putting a dot and a slash, and then the name of the directory, and then the file. And then finally, I'm going to have an absolute link. And here you can see I've listed the whole path. I'm going to link to that squirrel image that's in the same folder. So the squirrel image is in the same folder as homepage. And I could have just used a relative link and said squirrel.jpg, but I'm going to use an absolute link here. And so when I go to look at my page, so there it is, wildanimals.homepage, all my links show up. So you can see here that, I'm linking to here an image in the same folder as the page, the home page. This one is a link to an image in the subdirectory called wolves. This is a link to an image in a directory above where the file is located. And then finally, you can see here I went to domestic animals. And then here, this is just an absolute image to the squirrel file.